If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I'll leave the window open, baby. Leave our key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to belong. Only for the night. If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I'll leave the window open, baby. Leave our key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to belong. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for Sunday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for Sunday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for Sunday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for Sunday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for Sunday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for Sunday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for Sunday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for Sunday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for Sunday.
Gotta have faith, 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 baby.
If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I'll leave the window open, baby. Leave our key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to belong. Oh, Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for someday, you 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 Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for some. You Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for someday. You Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for someday. You Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for someday. You Lord, the Lord, you Lord, for some. If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I need the window, baby, leave my key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to belong. Oh, If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I'll leave the window open, baby. Leave my key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to be only for the night. If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I'll leave the window open, baby. Leave my key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to be
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Las Vegas Motor Speedway for round number 13 of the iRacing Sim NASCAR Fever Series, right here on the iCast Racing Network, powered by iRacing. Today, I have the one, the only, Rhea Ferris up here in the booth. And Dakota LaRue has decided to join in today here as well. How is you guys doing, and are you guys ready for round 13?
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm doing just fine. Just fresh off of a vacation to northern Michigan, and ready to see what this track, one of my favorite tracks, can do today. Going to be racing in the 66 car. This season's not for points or anything, but I'm just going to do my best because I do love this track, and we'll just kind of see what happens. Dakota, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright, can't complain too much. Ready to see if we can get an interesting race going on here. Trying to work on getting my PC.
Heck yeah, man. And I do know that this track is one of the cleanest ones we go to. We only average 9 cautions, including the stage break. So we go here every single season. So those are good numbers for a large sample size.
Absolutely, definitely really good good time out here at Las Vegas. Give me here just one moment. So while we are waiting here for a time to tick away, as we have just under 10 minutes, who do you have to win here today at Las Vegas, Rhea?
Well, I would probably say I'd probably say the 10 car is going to be pretty fast. The 33, I would say those kinds of guys. I mean, even the 51 might be a little bit fast here. Davey Hendricks in the 51 today. So I would say if I really had to pick a true actual winner, I'm gonna go with Kyle Benson in the 33.
That's a very good, strong point there for Kyle Benson. Dakota LaRue, who do you have as your favorite driver to win here today?
I'm not able to hear Dakota.
Oh, he left.
Oh,
Remind me to get on to him about that. Because I'm over here thought I was talking to myself for a quick moment.
Yeah.
Give me just one moment here.
I do know in practice, Matt Bettler has the top spot, subbing in the 19 car this week for Justin Barkley. He's got that Chase Briscoe Toyota on the point in practice here with a 2960, which is pretty impressive. Um, so he's got something going on there under that hood of the 19. So that's something to look out for as well. Hopefully that carries over into the race for him. He could use some good luck. He's still searching for his first ISNF win. But we have some debutantes in here today too. First time racers for the league. So I wanted to give a shout out and a warm welcome to those guys. I have let's see, David Justin driving the 84 car. It's his first time racing in the league, as well as maybe Gabe Ledger. I want to say he may have one start, but I don't know if he does. Gabe Ledger, and then the other one would be a Dylan Smith, but I think he came in too. But I know for sure we have another one coming in at least. So anyway, I welcome you guys to ISNF. And but Dylan Basin not racing last week, not here again this week. Justin Barkley also out this week. They're out of paid provisionals, so they're going to get a goose egg, a 0 points for anything the rest of the season. So with that said, we may end up with a new points leader coming out of this race today.
Oh, absolutely. And right before we get back into that, I'll show the point standings here in just a moment. Want to go over the race information here real quick. Today we are going to be running for 134 laps, 200 miles around this beautiful circuit. We do have stage breaks, which is going to be on lap 40 and 80. As always, fuel consumption is about 60%, and we will have 4 extra tires here today. Your defending winner is the number 34 of Larry Fairman, and your average cautions is 9 cautions, including stage breaks, and your average lead changes is 19. So that is absolutely incredible right there as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at your notable subs. A couple that Rhea has already stepped on here today. In the one car, we will have William Austin. Ethan Farless will be in the number 11 today. Matt Metler, he'll be in the 19. Josh Henderson in the 20. Skylar Carnes in the number 23. Matt Sosuler will be in the 42. The 43 will be Jaden Wicks. Gabe Ledger in the number 71, and Jeff Percheski in the number 88 today. And we know that you said, you're most person that you're looking forward to win today. Who'd you say? Now I can't remember.
Kyle Benson in the 33.
Kyle Benson in the 33. So we're going to have a double dark horse here today. So Rhea's top 5 picks to win today is going to be Mark Gonzalez, which is showing the 19 for some odd reason in my overlays, which is probably my error, my bad. He's actually in the 2 car, so ignore the 19. It's the 2. Mark Gonzalez. Danny Solo in the number 10. Alyssa Sharp is up there in the number 17. Skylar Carnes in the 23, Angel Hernandez in the 45, and your second dark horse is going to be Larry Fairman in that number 34, defending champion of this race. So we've got a lot of fun things to look forward to here today. So let's talking about the point standings. Let's go ahead and get that pulled up here for you guys here today.
I'll check on Mark Gonzalez here while you're taking a peek at that. Yeah, I'm showing the 2 for Mark Gonzalez on the graphics. So
Yeah, it's a graphic error on my part. There's nothing wrong with your graphics.
okay.
I promise you that. Rhea, you're always on top of your game. I'm never worried about graphics with you.
Alright, sorry about that. I'm back.
Welcome back. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a look here at our point standings. Dylan Basin and that number 42 machine for Legacy Motor Club sitting at 461 points. And with that being said, Dylan Basin will receive 0 points for today's race here at Las Vegas, meaning Angelo Hernandez, all he really has to do is start this race and he will jump to the points lead after this race. So that's going to be very huge. But Dylan Basin, he is still currently in the playoff picture, so you don't really have to worry much about that. So again, Angel Hernandez in that second spot in the 45. Justin Barkley for Joe Gibbs Racing in the number 19. He'll be third. Michael Hoffledason in the 16 for
For colleague racing.
colleague. I always mess it up. Like I could say it, colleague, but when I'm trying to read it, it does not work out very well for me. I apologize about that as well. Charles Robertson for Joe Gibbs will be your 5th driver in points. And I will go ahead and leave the point standings up for you here for just about a minute, just so you guys could see the top 18 here. Very strong people all the way through the field today. But your top 18 here are the ones that are really the strongest. So we'll leave that up here for just a moment. Before you ran off on us, Dakota, we're going over who we think is going to win today. What's your pick for today?
I'm about to go with my buddy Matt Metler. I think he's gonna pull the rabbit out of the hat. If you catch my drift, and he's gonna get his win today.
Well, that'd be pretty neat. I mean, we did have an underdog win it last season in the name of Larry Fairman getting his first career win in ISNF. So, I mean, it's possible.
Absolutely. Definitely very possible that he will be on top of, you know, the board here today, as he is currently running first in the point, or not points, but here in practice. So he's doing a pretty decent job so far here today. Let's take a look. Yep, at your best time, he has ran a 29.60, so that will put him on top of the standings for now. Kyle Benson in that number 33 out of Williamsport, Pennsylvania. He's sitting up there second on the charts. So Rhea's second dark horse pick of Kyle Benson, he's up there as well. And I'm going to dig way deep out of the pack on this one, guys, and I'm going to go with Chris Otto in that number 6 for Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. Chris has always been pretty strong here at Las Vegas, so that's going to be my pick here today.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pick. Otto is pretty fast here, and he's third fastest right now. So, that's pretty decent pick there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Alrighty, we're going to switch over to our 10-minute qualifying session to see who's going to start on the pole here for today in the Sin City 200. Rhea, I know you're going to step away. Go ahead and go get your qualifying laps in as well. And you have good luck here in qualifying.
Good luck
I
on
do
your race.
appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it. And yeah, we're missing a couple as well. Danny Solo's not in here yet, and a couple of others. So I'm gonna message them really quick and see where they're at. Oh, there he is. He's coming in now. So, all right, I'll go qualify and I'll be back.
Good luck. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we got Cody and Meadows coming around for his green flag lap here. Cody Meadows, he put on one heck of a show last week. over at the Charlotte Roval. He came out, dominated that race with a really good performance. As we watch this driver for the Wood Brothers, he's going to hook it out of turn 4 down onto the apron. Show says can't hear Dakota. Let me go ahead and crank Dakota up a little bit more here. Dakota, do you got a copy?
Sorry about that. I was taking care of something.
Beautiful. All right, chat. You guys just keep me updated on the sounds and everything, and we're gonna make this thing look pretty sweet here for you guys. And Cody Meadows, he will come around and throw his machine on top of the leaderboard with a 29.79. Let's go ahead and catch up with Austin, Will Austin in the number 1 machine.
Looks like the 20 got into the wall on his qualifying lap here. Luckily, it's the second lap.
Yep. Alrighty. First lap now will be Will Austin here. Again, this is only his first start here with the ISNF series, so we're excited to see what Will Austin can do in that number 1 machine for Trackhouse. As he comes out of turn number 4 here, he will put down his first lap. And that will throw him up top with a 29.73. So really fast lap time there for Will Austin, as he will slow it down here on the first or second lap. Christian Delgado coming out of turn number 4 to finish his second lap. And this will put him 4th. He must have gotten to the wall just a little bit there out of one of the corners. Matt Medler, he just finished up his run in that number 19 Bass Pro Shop Toyota. He'll be sitting 10th on the point right now. Andrew Miller coming down. Oh, hard contact for Andrew Miller, as he will need to bring out a backup car. David Justin in that number 11 machine making his first start here as well for Legacy Motor Club. And he will come out of turn 4. And let's see, that will throw him up to 12th.
Looks like Chris Otto's just now getting out on the track here to do this qualifying run.
Yep, Chris Otto in that next Litz. I think I said that right.
Number 6,
Number
Ford
6.
Mustang.
Yep, for RFK Motors Racing. He's out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. This is my pick here today. Like I said, he's always been strong here at Las Vegas, so I'm excited to see what he can do here today as he takes the green flag. Nice and easy as these drivers do come around. We have quite a few drivers who's making some awesome moves up towards the top. Oh, that's the end of qualifying?
Yeah, it looks like qualifying ended before a couple people was able to get laps in there.
I don't think that was supposed to happen.
It's about right. Qualifying was only 5 minutes.
Oh, it was only 5? Oh, okay. I thought it was 10. Okay.
It might have been set up wrong, but I'm not sure.
All right, not a problem. Let's go ahead and take a look now here at your starting lineup. This is the one I'm looking for, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a look now at your starting lineup for today's event for the Sin City 200 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. like Las Vegas Motor Speedway got cut off on me.
Will Austin. I don't think I've seen him before.
No, Will Lawson.
Currently
This
on the
is
pole.
this is his first start here in the ISNF series. He's going to be starting on the pole with another newcomer of Davey Hendricks in that number 51 Ford Mustang. He's going to start on the outside pole number 1. Both newcomers here. Cody Meadows, last week's winner in the number 21 machine. He'll start on the inside row number 2, and on the outside of him is going to be Tony Fry. On the inside of row number 3, you have Christian Delgado in the number 12, and Dylan Smith up in that number 78 Chevrolet. Inside of row number 4, you have Steven Sire in the number 5, and on his outside will be Philip Manzo in that number 3 machine. Let's see.
It'll be Larry Fairman in ninth place.
Yeah, go ahead and hit those for me real quick.
Nick Miller's going to be rounding out your top 10, followed by Thomas Flynn, currently sitting P11. Matt Metler in 12th. Got David Justin in 13th. Ethan Farless in 14th. Alyssa Sharp in 15th. Andrew Miller 16th. James Bowles, Matt Sisler, and Joey Maines will be your 17th, 18th, and 19th. And rounding out your top 20 will be Jeff. Rhea Ferris currently sitting 21st. Gabe Ledger 22nd. John Hopley in 23rd. Jeff Weimer in 24th. Danny Solo currently sitting 25th. Michael Hoffendinger in 26th. Kyle Benson in 27th. Mark Gonzalez in 37th, but it's showing him in 28th for some reason. Craig is in 28th. Justin L. Johnson in 29th. Chris Otto in 30th. Chris Van Mastrick in 31st. Josh Henderson in 32nd. We got Eric Jorgensen in 33rd. David Anderson in 34th. Bob Wyckoff in 35th. And Brian Treadwell riding out the field at 36th.
Alrighty, we have 36 drivers out here today. And the pace car will go ahead and pull off here. Let's get ready to rock and roll here in Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen.
So I do notice there's a lot of Fords near the front of the field tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Davey Hendricks in that number 51 machine. We have Tony Fry in that number 41 machine. Oh, I'm sorry. So Davey Hendricks, he does have 21 starts here. Let's see here. Tony Fry in the number 41. He's up top. Christian Delgado, he's a Ford. And then you got Chevy, Ford of Larry Fairman, then Chevy. And then your first Toyota is going to be Matt Metler in the number 19 machine. So we've got a lot of interesting things going to happen today. Looks like it just may very well be a Chevy versus Ford show. But let's see if your pick of Matt Metler can work his way back to the front. As we get ready to go green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen, let's get those belts pulled tight. Let's get these heads all cleared. And let's get ready to go racing here in the Sin City 200 at Las Vegas. Will Austin will bring the field down to the green, and we are racing here at Las Vegas. A lot of bumping currently from Cody Meadows to get that number 1 machine out in front of the 51. But the 51 is holding tough on the outside as they go through turns 1 and 2. And they will come out of turn 2 and they will drag race. Now, as we have the number 3 car spinning in the back. Huge contact for Philip Manzo. As we have a couple other drivers here as well who has gone around. Let's go back and take a look, see what happened to Philip Manzo as he exited turn 2, looked like the 99 came up just a little bit, and he hit hard to that outside of, or I'm sorry, the inside wall there. A couple other drivers that were involved. John Hopley, he got involved here. He got hit in the rear, bounced off the inside wall, back up across in front of the 20 and the 44. So
Looks
Jeff,
like the 19 also got involved in the 4 as well. Checking here, I believe it's the 99 got rear-ended by the 11 after the spin out there, and ended up in the wall. And the 19 just had nowhere to go.
yeah, Bob Wyckoff was also involved here in the number 9 machine. Let's see, as he backed it down, the 20 just came back up in right in front of Bob Wyckoff. So that's very unfortunate there for Bob Wyckoff. I had the honor of driving that number 9 car last week at the Charlotte Roval. So that was pretty fun to be able to put my hands up against these drivers here in the ISNF series. And let me tell you what, Dakota, these guys are wicked fast.
Yeah, I mean, you did hold your own pretty well, though. If I remember correctly, you came out with the top 10 last week. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, I believe I finished 9th, just, trying my best to stay out of trouble, even though I was in a lot of trouble, needless to say. But, I mean, other than that, these guys are wicked fast, and it was an absolute honor and privilege to actually race against these competitors. So, thank you so much, Rhea, for allowing me to do that. It was a total blast. As we are working our very first caution here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys got to remember, we still got 132 laps of this.
Got to get the cautions out of the way early. That way we can have a long green flag run for the end of the race.
Absolutely, and I just want to jump back here to Rhea Ferris out of Cleveland, Ohio, in that number 66 machine for MBM. All the hard work she does for this league is absolutely phenomenal. And while we are under this caution, let's zoom in at some of these paint schemes. Now I want some Arby's, as they are starting to double up here.
Looks like the lights are going to be on the pace car this time by.
I'll take a look at the 5 of Steven Sire for HendrickCars.com. Absolutely love that black and gold scheme.
So, how much do you know about this track, bud? How much have you raced it?
I've raced it quite a bit. So that middle groove is probably about where you want to be, but you don't want to push your car too much because this track eats at your tires like no tomorrow.
Oh, there is actually a grip strip, I call it, on the bottom of 1 and 2. If you hit it just right, you can almost full throttle through the entire corner, no matter how wore out your tires are.
Oh, really? See?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So, I don't know how many of these drivers know about that, but if you hit it just right, it will literally whip your car around the entire corner. It is amazing.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going back green flag racer right now. It's in the hands of Will Austin. Austin gets a phenomenal jump out in that number 1 machine. The outside lane just does not get going very well, as we currently have a battle for the 3rd spot with the number 51 of Davey Hendricks on the outside. He'll just fall in line here, back here in the 4th position. Let's jump back here to this mangled mess back here, roughly about where Kyle Benson, that number 33 machine, is, as these drivers are running like 10 different lines through turns 3 and 4, as they continue to run 3 wide now here on the front straightaway. 3 wide as they get ready to dive down into turn number 1, but they'll settle themselves out back here around the 15th spot, Couple cars getting into the wall coming out of turn number 2. Joey Maines in that number 48 machine was one of them. Joey Maines out of Kego Harbor, Michigan. He's currently running side by side now with a couple of these drivers. Right now he's got the number 34 of Larry Fairman, who's been slowly trying to make his way back up towards the front of this field. Fairman, he is your current race defending champion. As we have more contact in the back, Dylan Smith in the number 78's around. Caution will fly.
I'll say they did a hell of a job keeping that out of the wall there.
Oh, absolutely. All right. Unfortunately, I can't just press my buttons to go back here, so I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. And we're going to have to bring up our replay screen for just a moment while we go back, take a look, see what happened out of turn number 2.
Get the VCR out, buddy.
Yep, the VCR is out. Let's go ahead and switch back over. So it looks like the 78 bounced off the wall in front of Rhea, and Rhea was able to keep it off the wall. And then we have one car spinning back in the back. We're going to also go back, take a look, and see who that was. Let's see who we got back here. That looks like it will be the number 60. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Yep, that would be the number 60 of Jeff Wimmer. Let's come back here, take a look, see what happened to him on the exit of turn 2. He just slows up a little bit, but the person behind him did not, and he got turned around. He locks it down, and it gives the inside wall just a little bit of a left tap, but probably enough damage for him to have to come in to get some damage repair on his car, which he is down here in the pits. As we come back up here to our race leaders of Will Austin, Cody Meadows, he's up there in the second spot now. Christian Delgado snuck his way up into the top 3. Davey Hendricks has fallen back to 4th. Thomas Flynn in the number 47 is now in the top 5. So just a couple drivers I want to point out. We haven't really had many green flag racing just yet, but the 6th car of Chris Otto, he has already gained 15 spots since we went green flag racing.
And I have a request from the 84 car that's asking to make sure that his paint scheme is showing up, because he was having some issues getting trading paints to show his correct number 84 scheme.
Number 84.
Let's look here. I see a 11, I think.
Yeah, I see a number 11 on that.
So you'll have to restart your trading paints. I had to restart mine, and that's what is the only thing that's going to fix that.
I
So-
just freshly started mine when I hopped in, but I will double check that right quick.
Absolutely. We are going to reload. We're going to
Okay.
do a pretty cool magic trick. All the cars are going to go white, and then brand new paint schemes are going to pop up on these machines. It's going to be pretty cool.
Got it.
Stand by.
What he means to say is when I say up, no, I'm just okay, it's still showing as the 11 for me. Let me try this
Let
again.
me see. Well, I don't care what it says on your screen.
If it's there, it goes. Should be a Moza Racing.
Alrighty, I believe we are getting ready to go green flag racing here. Once again, we'll check up on the paint scheme situation here in just a moment. But as we come out of turn number 4, it's now back in the hands of Will Austin in that number 1 machine, and we are green flag racing. Just a little bit of a stack up, just a tad here on the front stretch, but these drivers are now flying around this track, heading back down here into turn number 1 side.
Shorty wait to go late in that box, but it paid off for him.
Absolutely side by side now for that 3rd spot. Cody Meadows, Davey Hendricks now duking it out. Thomas Flynn in that number 47 machine. Do you see a paint scheme on that number 47 by any chance?
Check here. Yeah, I do. It's blue and white.
Yeah,
It says 47.
I'm showing over here white paint scheme for that. All right, no worries. I'll get another refresh going at our next caution.
Or it sounds like a skill issue.
All right,
Got
for
'em.
the number 84 for David Justin, I am now seeing a Carvana paint scheme. So hopefully that's the correct paint scheme on that car. Mark Gonzalez is back here in the number 2 machine. He's just hanging out right now as they're going around Matt Socialer and that number 42 machine. He's just dropped like 6 or 7 spots and still dropping to the back. I'm not sure what happened with Matt there, but going through turns on 1 and 2, he lost a lot of spots. Coming back up here towards the front, we still have this good battle going on now.
Somebody made a little contact with the wall about 4th or 5th place there. No harm, no foul there, so keep it straight.
These drivers, as you guys can see here, they're running like 10 million different lines here at Las Vegas. And which line do you prefer around this track other than like right down on the inside turn number 1? Oh, hard contact there for the 5.
Bottom is always the go-to for me to keep speed and save tire, but in 3 and 4 you can run that high side and get a really good drive off the corner. It really just depends on how your setup is and what you feel comfortable with.
Absolutely. Let's jump up here to Alyssa Sharp in this number 17. She's putting on a pretty good race so far, moving up 5 spots since we've been green flag racing. She's trying to get around that number 24 of James Bowles. So let's see where she can finish. She's pretty strong here at Las Vegas as well. So don't be surprised to see her, you know, more in the top 5 when this thing's all said and done. Drivers continue to take away laps. Remember, lap 40 is going to be our first stage caution. As these drivers are now, you know, they're getting themselves sorted out now, you know, trying not to push too many issues. As you see the 6 of Chris Otto continuing to make up places as he's passing the 34 of Larry Fairman now. And he's trying to take James Bowles as well, but unfortunately he's just playing tag with Larry Fairman on the backstretch. He's made his way now around Larry Fairman, and he's now got his sights set on that number 24 machine.
One of the fun things about Vegas, though, is the leader can get a pretty good gap, but most times they can't really pull away too much because of the draft.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely keeps it interesting.
Here comes Chris Lautenslager on the inside of Gabe Ledger in that number 71 machine. Alright, and they're going to just fall back in line there. Let's see if we can find any other battles up here. Things are looking pretty decent at right now throughout the field. No one's really trying to do anything crazy. And as you see these drivers right here just running different lines, but not really trying to press the issue. But here comes the 24 on the outside of the 5. You know, it's just natural there with that kind of a thing coming out of turn 4, because that outside lane, you kind of just get that little bit more momentum. As you see a big, huge jump by James Bowles there. But Steven Sire, I think he let out of the gas there just to fall back to let Chris Otto and Bowles get around him.
We got a pretty good battle back here for about 5th or 6th. They've been trying to pass each other for a little bit now. Finally got a single file out.
Tony Fry, Davey Hendricks. Davey Hendricks now trying to attack on the inside. And he's got Joey Maines in that number 48 for Hendrick. He's right behind him as well. It's absolutely phenomenal to see, you know, how much somebody can gain, and then just they'll have that much more, you know, power on the exit. And so it always makes it like looks like it's a cat and mouse chase. You get a little bit closer and then it gets pulled away from you. Looks like we have a battle up here for our second spot. Christian Delgado, Cordy Meadows. Meadows wants it, but Delgado's hanging strong on the outside as they come through turns 3 and 4. Delgado will get into the wall, and that will allow Meadows to take over that second spot. And here comes Flynn in the number 47 machine, tagging with Delgado, allowing Flynn to get around on the inside. That was a really big move there for the number 47 of Thomas Flynn.
Yeah, that was a pretty good move. Did make a little bit of contact, but nobody got hurt there. So overall, I mean, good for him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He took advantage of a bad situation from Delgado. As we have a battle back here for 5th, these two are still going at it. Davey Hendricks finally trying to get around Tony Fry, but he's still unable to make that pass, as he does make that pass on the out of turn 4. But now we have a battle brewing up back here behind them. Alyssa Sharp trying to now get around James Bowles now here in turns 1 and 2. Really good run so far from a lot of these drivers as they come out of turn number 4, still running side by side. The number 24 and the 48 teammates for Hendrick Motorsports. And here comes Alyssa Sharp thinking about making it 3 wide. Alyssa Sharp trying to break into the top 9 now, as she will drag race with Joey Maines down this back straightaway. How much, you know, while we're talking, you know, how much does the draft mean here at Las Vegas?
I mean, it's important, but it's not as bad as, like, you know, Atlanta or something like that, for instance. But as you've seen there, Alyssa had a pretty good run on the 48, and the 48 was able to suck up to the 24 and keep in front of Alyssa right there that last time by. But now that the 48 don't have as much draft, Alyssa's able to keep to the side of the 48 here.
Absolutely. Alyssa's making it so that Maine stays up the track. You know, so taking away some of that momentum that he's looking for as they go 3 wide here on the front straightaway. But Maines will clear both of them, and Alyssa Sharp is now getting attacked by Lautenslager on the inside here as they go down into turn number 1, as they will now drag race out of turn 2.
You know, one thing about driving the 77, you got to channel your inner Hocevar. You got to make some moves.
Absolutely. As the 77 of Lautenslager still making some moves here on this field. Moved up 17 spots since we've gone green flag racing. as Alyssa goes way up, almost gets into the wall, and she will bring her machine back down in front of Slugger, so he will not be able to make any moves up here towards the front. A lot of movement I'm watching up here in the front. We have Delgado getting passed now by Davey Hendricks. So Delgado, he's starting to lose some spots here. He was all the way up in that second spot when we went green after the second caution, but now he's falling back to that fifth spot.
Yeah, and it looks like Cody Meadows is actually starting to slowly reel in Will Austin here for the lead. Potentially going to have a battle on the next few laps here.
Absolutely, Mr. Cody Meadows. One thing I've noticed about him is when saving tires matters, he knows how to get the job done in that number 21 machine for the Wood Brothers. So him, getting up here to the back bumper of Will Austin is not surprising. But with Will Austin making his first start here in the ISNF series, a top 5 won't be bad for that young man. So you see the two different lines here as they go through turns 3 and 4. Meadows trying to get on the outside of Austin, but he bounced off the wall on exit, and that lost his momentum here down on front straightaway. And yes, I almost did say Austin Powers. Don't ask. Now they will go ahead and single file themselves out here, except for Chris Otto. He is going to now make a move here on Christian Delgado, as you see Davey Hendricks making
Coming up on lap traffic.
Yep, coming up now here on lap traffic. We got one car up in the wall. That's going to be the 44 of Brian Treadwell. I'm unsure exactly what happened, but as coming out of turn number 4, he was up against the outside wall. As we are falling back here to Christian Delgado. But we also have a pass for the lead happening. Here comes Meadows to the inside of Austin, and he will go ahead and make that pass. And let's see if Austin can do anything here on the front straightaway. No, he will stay right behind Meadows, and he will just use the draft off of Meadows as they dive down into turn 1. And here comes Austin on the attack on the inside. They come up track, go down track, let off. Okay, they will continue going. Very close
30 year definitely got Austin really tight there if you know, coming off
really
the corner.
tight. Absolutely, and here comes Davey Hendricks in that number 51, making his way back up into the second spot. And here comes the 47 of Thomas Flynn. He is starting to make some noise up here in the top 5 as well. And here comes Chris Otto. He's looking to try to get around Will Austin now. And here he comes. They will continue to run single file.
Christian Delgado is starting to sneak his way back up there towards him as well. Can't count him out. Oh, the 6
wide.
makes a huge move 3 wide on the apron.
3 wide. Oh,
Clears them both.
Chris Otto, he will go from that 5th spot all the way up to 3rd at the start finish line. He says, "Excuse me, gentlemen, I got a race to go get up here." Just keep in mind here in just 2 laps, we will have that first stage break as the 6 of Otto bounces off the wall, getting into turn number 3. So he's got to be careful to not hurt his momentum now, as the race leaders has a change for the race lead. Davey Hendricks, he will pull out to the race lead in that number 51, followed by Cody Meadows. But don't look now. Here comes that 6 car of Chris Otto. He's looking to make a move here on him as he goes down in turn 3. And he'll now come running side by side. Otto will clear for that 2nd spot. And now he has his eyes set on that number 51 as we have, looks like 1 more lap to that stage break.
Mr. Otto has definitely put that gas pedal to the floorboard and is trying to get this stage win. He most definitely wants these stage points.
Oh, absolutely. Otto got probably 1 more corner here before that caution comes out. He will stay to the high side. Hendricks will stay to the inside. And up into the wall goes Otto, so that's going to hurt his momentum down here on the front straightaway. And this may bring out your caution. There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Davey Hendricks, he will be your first stage winner in that number 51 machine for Rick Ware Racing. Second place is going to be Chris Otto for RFK, Cody Meadows for the Wood Brothers, Thomas Flynn in that number 47 for Hayek Motorsports. Christian Delgado will come home fifth, and for Team Penske, Will Austin in that number 1 for Trackhouse, putting on a really good show here for the guys here in the ISNF series. Tony Fry for Haas Factory, he's up here in the 7th spot. Craig Lautenslager for Spire Motorsports. Chris Bowles in the number 24 for Hendrick Motorsports, and Hoffledinger in the number 16 for Colleg Racing. We'll round out your top 10, and they will get those points for the stage. Now I'm going to take this wild swing, and I believe we're going to see everybody come down the pit road. And the first car lap down, I believe, is going to be Andrew Miller. So I believe he will get the lap back in that number 54 machine. Remember,
So as they're coming down pits here, I believe they have 3 extra sets of tires. So I believe everyone should be doing a 4-tire pit stop here.
oh, absolutely. The 16 bounced off the inside wall, or the pit wall, I should say, and kind of missed his pit stop, so he headed back up here. That's going to be big for him.
I believe we had a couple people really close to missing their pit box, but it looks like they were able to get in.
Absolutely. Davey Hendricks, he's pulling out of his pit stall now. The 1, he's going to fall back all the way to 7th. Christian Delgado made his way up to the 2nd spot. Thomas Flynn, he'll be in 3rd. Justin Johnson in that number 22 Pennzoil for Team Penske. He's snuck out up here into the 4th spot. Let me take a look here. He only went with 2 tires. So that was a 2-tire strategy there for Justin Johnson. So that's going to be interesting to see how that's going to play out for him here on the restart. Quite a few drivers still sitting down here on pit road. Yeah, here they come now, coming out of the pits. And it's going to be all about who is going to get stuck 1 lap down, as the lights are off on the iRacing pace car. While we are under this caution, we would like to thank simracerhub.com. Please, go check them out for all of your statistic needs. Very good company. You can figure out how many races somebody has done, and they even have the ratings, which is something pretty cool to see. As we are now going to come out of turn number 4. It is in the hands of Davey Hendricks now. And let's get this thing back. Green flag racing. A little bit of a stack up behind the race leaders, but everybody got away scotch-free. as they will now come down into turn number 1. Delgado and Hendricks are the only ones that were able to get clear of any traffic. So you have side-by-side racing now for that third spot. Thomas Flynn, he's drag racing Justin Johnson in that number 22 machine. Again, it's going to be very interesting to see how well Justin Johnson can hang with these guys that are on 4 fresh tires versus 2, as they run 3 wide behind them. The 77 and 41 all now 3 wide into turn number 1. You have Will Austin in the middle. 77. Oh gosh, that was close. Real big movements. The 41 decides to crank it all the way down, and that was a smart move to keep everybody from banging into each other as they're running 3 wide, 4 wide, 2 rows deep. Oh, and the 22 of Johnson is around. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh no, nowhere for the 7 of Eric Gorgensen to go. Really huge contact there by Jorgensen, and he will have to bring his machine to a dead stop here on the front straightaway, and we will get a wrecker out to him. Wow. That was some intense racing right there. Let's go back here, take a look at Justin Johnson as he comes out of turn 4, and he got sideways, went down into the side of Alyssa Sharp, and then back up the track in front of Eric Jorgensen. Had absolutely nowhere to go. Let's go ahead and ride on board with Eric Jorgensen. See what he saw. Coming out of turn number 2, and that 22 car just came up and got in the way. Oh, and he got hit again, and that looks like that was going to be Andrew Miller that got into him. So let's come back here and take a look here at
Do give the 22 some credit. I believe he had a little help coming off of the corner there, as looked like a couple of cars bumped into each other and then got into his rear end as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm coming back here just a little bit, because when Jorgensen, here we go, he got into him, and then he got hit by somebody as he was coming down the track. Ouch. Yeah, that might have... No, I can't get a good look on it, actually, who that was. Let's take a look here, zoomed in, so we can get a better look on the number. And as he comes back across the track, he is going to get hit by the 66 of Rhea Ferris. Ferris had absolutely nowhere to go.
Alright, they should be getting ready to double up here this time, bye.
That they should be.
As I'm getting word of some people are calling ARCA brakes over the radios.
I really don't normally like to call it out, but I have to agree with you. You know, if Jorgensen, backed it down when he saw that tire smoke in front of him, I think both of those drivers would still be in the race.
Uh, we can debate on that later. I was just looking at some things.
So my 66 car is done for the night. So what's up, fellas?
Nothing much.
Yeah.
I seen there was a case of Orca breaking a moment ago. You got any thoughts on that?
Uh, I know I was clear of the 7, and then he dropped down and didn't hold his brakes or something and hit in my right front corner of that car, of my 66 car.
Yeah, definitely very unfortunate there for you, Rio. You know, you had a pretty strong run going for you. You know, you're looking. I think you were looking at top 20 today until that
Oh,
happened.
for sure. I've led some laps here under green even before. It's one of my favorite tracks, but unfortunate ending. It's okay. Not in it for points, but speaking of people that are doing good though, Christian Delgado was still looking for his first career ISNF Cup Series win, and he's up there battling for the top spot right now with the 51 of Davey Hendricks.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Both of
We
these.
are back to green, by the way, and somehow the field is already catching up to the 48 car here. So
Yep.
we're gonna have lap traffic while they're 2 by 2.
Absolutely. The Christian Delgado, Davey Hendricks, they are both now beating and banging coming out of turn number 2. No one giving much room as they now
Someone on the
figured out
apron?
4 wide heading down here into turn number 3. Delgado on the outside, Meadows on the in the middle, the 77 of Lautenschlager on the inside, and now they're trying to get on the inside of the 47. So they're looking to go 4 wide heading down in turn 1 that time by. These guys are racing like it is the last 5 laps as we have 2.
Oh, and we
There they go.
We have a wreck.
Oh, keep it off.
And they're gonna
Keep
save.
it off.
They're gonna keep it off the wall. They're not gonna hit anything. I cannot believe it.
Whoa! What an incredible save by both drivers. Wow, Craig Lautenschlager, Cody Meadows. What an incredible save for both of these drivers. Let's go back, take a look, and see what happened. They just touched go in that 3 wide situation, and they both yanked the wheels back to the right, and they both were able to stay off of the wall and other cars.
You know, I thought we was at a drift competition for a minute. It looked like they were running tandems down the backstretch, side by side, door to door, drifting.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a very scary but yet awesome thing to watch.
Well, all right, Rhea, since you're back up here, I'm gonna have to leave a little early, so that ends up working out pretty good.
Aw, I was
I
looking
hate,
forward to working with you a little bit.
I hate to do it, but the where I got my computer set up today, it's on a lot bigger screen, and it's like really laggy, and it's giving me a migraine. So
Gotcha. Yeah, take care of your health. That's number one. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get that situation figured out because it's very bad right now.
I understand. Go take care of that headache and hope you feel better.
But I will be there next week, so you should come and join me and Mike up in the booth next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long race, the Coke 600. So,
Hey,
yeah.
it'll be all right. It's a long race. We'll make sure we got us some water. We'll get us a couple breaks in, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, order some pizza, do whatever you gotta do. Yeah.
Maybe get a
Absolutely.
couple beers. No, I'm just playing.
No drinking on the job.
Anyways, y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy the
All
rest
right,
of the
you
race.
too.
All right,
You
ladies and
too.
gentlemen, Dakota LaRue, thank you so much for joining us, buddy, and I'll be in contact with you here in a little bit.
Yep, no problem. I'm about to shoot you a message on your emails real quick.
This caution was huge for Joey Maines in that number 48 machine. You know, the leaders were getting ready to pass him, as they were coming into turn 3, but luckily for him, the caution did come out.
Yes, and I know another one that was looking for a break was the number 10 of Danny Solo, because I guess Danny and Joey and a few others, they were having some frame rate issues. So they unfortunately got disconnected and somehow back in. So they're gonna try and get those laps back.
Yeah, definitely a very tough break there for those guys, for sure.
Yeah, Eric Jorgensen actually in the number 7 just apologized to me for coming down. He said he had his hood up in the air and he couldn't see anything, so he was coming down and he couldn't see where he was at or what line he was in or whatever. So when I went by, he came down and clipped me just right, and it knocked me out of the race. So he's apologizing.
Well, that's definitely good to hear. You know, it's always frustrating to get taken out like that, but at the same time, it's also nice to hear an apology, because an apology can go a very long way in racing for sure.
Yeah.
All right, pace car is back off. Ladies and gentlemen, it's back in the hands of Davey Hendrickson, that number 51 machine, and he will take off. He will clear the 47 of Thomas Flynn, and Delgado will go ahead and take to the inside of Flynn as they dive down here into turn number 1. And the 2 of Mark Gonzalez, he will join him and make his way back up into the top 3 here. And that is where they will run now single file as we have a battle for that 4th spot with, oh, we have, I think I just heard something in the back, and the yellow flag will be out. Ethan Farless in that number 11 machine.
Huh. For some reason it didn't come up on my huh.
Very unfortunate for Ethan.
And Ethan Farless now has a meatball flag.
Let's take a look here as they run in 3 wide. He gets shuffled down hard into the, oh no, really hard hits there for Bob Wyckoff, Justin Johnson, and Lawton Slager as well. Let's take a look, see what happened here to Bob Wyckoff as he started backing down, just got into the outside wall, spin it, and hit Lawton Slager. And the biggest heartbreak, I think, for this one's going to be Justin Johnson in that number 22 machine. He just had absolutely nowhere to go. And I'm afraid, I think that may have given him a meatball flag as well.
Yep, the 22, the 11. Yep.
Very, very heartbreaking for those drivers here as well. Justin Johnson, he's been struggling the past maybe like 4 weeks or so, and so he's just not having a good time trying to get that machine to get a good strong finish.
Indeed.
Indeed you do. Sorry.
Yeah.
Isn't it just absolutely fascinating how just some slogans just really stick to you?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Let's bring last season's winner, Mr. Larry Fairman, up into the booth here on the broadcast. So Larry, you are the defending winner coming into this race. One season ago, you were able to win based on some tire strategy there toward the end to be the underdog winner of this event, getting your first win in ISNF Cup Series. What kind of strategy are you going to be running this season? Are you going to do the exact same, or are you going to just see what everybody else does and do the opposite, or what?
I'm going to try and save fuel and save some tires this run. The last run didn't it hurt me, but I think this time we'll just take it easy. And I think last year I won it on tire strategy and fuel is what happened. So
I hear you,
I think that's
Larry.
what I'll try this time.
Yep. Well,
Oh, I might have
so good luck,
been on the wrong
Larry.
button. Eh,
Yeah. So yeah, good luck, Larry, and we'll talk to you again soon.
oh, I was probably.
Yeah, he was keying up into the race chat at the same time and giving everybody a secret. So I didn't want him to give away too much there. So
Yep, not a problem.
I don't know about you, but those steak nuggets look pretty yummy on the Arby's Ford there in the front.
It
Uh,
really does.
have you tried their Arby's steak nuggets
I
yet?
have not.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try those.
I didn't even know that they had the steak nuggets until this race, actually.
Well, that's what marketing does for you.
Absolutely. And looks like the lights are back on the pace car. Looks like Bob Wyckoff probably had some issues. Oh, yeah, this was definitely under caution here. He was trying to get back in line and then just couldn't get it woed down enough and hit the inside wall. But he'll get his number 9 moving and they'll line him back up where he's supposed to be. Talk about that number 9 car. I subbed for him again last week at Rollville. Again, Rhea, thank you for allowing me to join in on the fun. Definitely a
Of
blast.
course.
And it really opened my eyes how wicked fast some of these drivers are.
Yes, and I mean, did you have fun? That was the number one thing.
Oh, absolutely. I had a lot of fun. Driving these cars on a road course is not easy. And so, me being me, I got frustrated a little bit, here and there. But once I finally started getting it down, it was a load of fun.
That's good. That's all that matters, really. And yeah, you were able to mix it up with some of the guys out there, kind of see how they do things and how they drive and all that. And but here we go, green lap 60. We're back to green here at Las Vegas. As Davey Hendricks with a pretty good restart there as the 12 falls in line behind him with some help from his teammate in the number 2 machine. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like, the 51
Oh,
is
the 51 got
sideways.
a
Saves it, but he will fall all the way back. Oh, he's still falling back. Looking to be probably about that 12th spot.
Oh, the 78 got into the wall a little bit.
I don't know who to watch.
I know there's so much action going
60.
on the track. It's hard to pick and choose here.
The 60 of Jeff Weimer, he's in the wall. He will bring his car probably to a stop here on the front straightaway, or possibly try to pull it all the way around.
Uh-oh.
Alyssa Sharp looks like she had some issues in that number 17 machine. Let me go ahead and see what happened here to Alyssa Sharp. Looks like she just got side by side with somebody and lost it out at turn number 2 and hit the inside wall. But it seems like her car is not too terribly damaged.
So there's a little bit of fuss and fighting going on between the 51 and the 12, the 2. Some of those guys up front there having a little beef there, so.
I apologize about that. You heard some ruffling about some contact?
Yeah, so the 12 and the 51, I guess, made some sort of contact. So I got the 12 in the booth right now to give us. Yeah,
Yeah.
so explain to us what happened there between you and the 51 car. What was alleged? What actually happened?
Oh, I mean, the 51 saying that I wrecked them, but you know, I had a good jump. I don't know how I timed it right, but I timed it right to kind of get a good jump with the 51 there, and then I got on his inside going into 1 and 2, and he just kept cutting my nose off and cutting it off, and I lifted because I didn't want to wreck him for it, and then he spun out of 2. So and I was trying to be nice about it, and he's calling me a bad driver. I don't really care. I mean, I haven't seen him win a race yet this season, so but I don't know. I didn't mean to do anything bad. I mean, I was down there, and he kept trying to clear when he wasn't, when it wasn't his place to do so. I tried to let him have it again, and then he wrecked. So I don't know.
Well, looking at the replay for that, there was actually no contact when he got loose. It just took the arrow off of his rear bumper, and that's what got him loose going through the corner there.
So it sounded like maybe it was netcode.
Well, I wouldn't say it's netcode. Just with the new car, I mean, you can really get someone arrow loose, and I was trying to tell him that, like, I didn't touch him, and he's
Yeah.
insisting that I wrecked him. I don't know. I mean, he's saying that he's gonna drive back up here and return the favor, but I guess we'll see. I mean, I'm down the race. I'm not down to get wrecked though, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can get that number 12 in victory lane here for your first win. Good luck out there, Christian. And it sounds like James Blows is trying to get you on the TV there too, on the radio. So, all right, man. See ya.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rhea.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the 12 Tristan Delgado and the number 12 for Team Penske. Yeah, I mean, so this is going to be very interesting. You know, Davey Hendricks in that number 51, he is fouled. My gosh. Somebody just pounded the wall on the outside. Probably didn't realize that the field was just coming out of turn 2, and he hit the brakes and just pounded the outside wall. Sorry. I got excited. So, Davey Hendricks, he's fast. So we're going to see what happens when the 51 can get back up to the back end of Delgado. I don't want to make something out of nothing, but from what Delgado said, sounds like payback might be coming. As the pace car will pull off once again, and we're going to go green flag racing. It is in the hands of Christian Delgado in that number 12, and we are green flag once again here at Las Vegas. Delgado got an incredible start there, and
Yes,
he
he
will
did.
clear everybody as they run side by side for that second spot. Thomas Flynn, Mark Gonzalez, as they run now side by side out of turn number 2, and they will run side by side for second on back. No one really giving much room now, as they are now climbing the baking here in turns 3 and 4. Again, they are running 50 million different lines through turns 3 and 4. Not sure what line anybody wanted to run. I absolutely love that about this place, Rhea, is when these drivers get into turn 3 and 4, they are like every inch of that track sees a tire at some point. And we have trouble in the back, one driver in the wall, but he will keep it straight. But yeah, every inch of that tire track, every single lap in 3 and 4, there is no, I don't think there is a spot on that, you know, cement that that doesn't see rubber per lap.
And part of that is because the fastest drivers have discovered a secret here. As they dive into 3 and 4, right as the very second that they let off the throttle, you downshift. And it helps the car rotate in the 3 and 4, and you don't upshift again till you get to the start finish line
Oh wow.
back in the 5th. So it's causing a lot of cars to get grip down there where and you can pretty much go anywhere on the track. So you're right about that. There's cars everywhere, and there's some guys that haven't figured out that trade secret yet. So they're out there just battling, trying to figure out how to be fast and then the fastest drive. So I was able to actually stay up there inside the top 13 for quite a while at the beginning of the race because I learned that secret and I was running with those guys, and then I got a little bit of wheel damage from contact with another car, and it slowed me down. But I ended up in the back with the squirrel. So, but yeah,
And I just wanted to point out we are now trying to go 3 wide for that 3rd spot between Chris Otto, Mark Gonzalez, and Michael Hoffladason. But they were able to go ahead and sort themselves out. I just want to point out Chris Otto in that number 6 machine. He's hanging out there right up against the wall.
yeah, he's got a high groove going for him there, and it seems to be working pretty good for him as he is up 27 spots, running in P3 right now in that 6 car. Mark Gonzalez right behind him, he's up 33 spots. So some of these guys having good runs. That 16 machine also started in the back. He's up to 5th, so pretty good runs early on here. As we actually we're past halfway now actually, so we'll have to see as we approach stage 2, which will be on lap 80. And we'll see how things all shake up during that moment.
And we have a battle here for 1st spot. Thomas Flynn in that number 47. He's looking to take over that race lead from Christian Delgado. And here comes Otto as well. But he's not able to get a good enough run through the middle. And we have big
Cody
contact.
Meadows! Last week's winner at the Roval in the 78 as well.
Yeah, the 78 and 21 both have trouble on the back straightaway. Big, unfortunate issues for Cody Meadows in that number 21 machine. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened to Chris Meadows. 3 wide situation, and he just got tapped by the 84, and that just sent him straight to the outside wall. And then Dylan Smith, he was checking up for the issues behind, and he got tagged, and that sent him down hard into the inside wall as well.
So yeah, so I'm listening to in-car chatter there and stuff, and trying to see what exactly happened, as I know Joey Maines was accused of being part of that. Joey, we have you in the booth here. Run us through what happened there in that wreck. Were you part of that or not?
I came off of turn 2 and saw the 21 car start to spin like a Beyblade, and I just went up against the wall, avoided him, and apparently my car hit the 78. My car didn't react like it hit the 78, so it could have been netcode. I don't know.
Gotcha. Other than that, I mean, is your car okay now still, or is it got
Uh,
damage now?
I'm going to find out here in a second, but it didn't say it had any wheel damage or anything, so I think it should be fine.
Gotcha. All right, man. Well, good luck to you in the rest of the race. Hopefully no more contact, and at least, finish strong and somewhat clean. So.
Yep.
Yep. See you then.
All right, yep.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Maines in that number 48 Ally Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. He did stay down on pit road too long, so he must not have too much damage there.
Yeah, and then another one that was involved, and that was last week's winner, Cody Meadows in the 21 Wood Brothers Ford. Cody, walk us through what happened in that last incident there.
I was holding my line, and the makeshift 11 decided it was fun to get tight and come up and hook my left rear just enough. got me upset, and I went straight into the freaking wall.
Man, so is it a race ender for you?
Um, 11 minutes of optional, so I'm taking what I can. I don't know. I really don't know. Right now, I'm
God.
just mad as hell and thought I could get up there and be with my teammates, which we've had a fast car all day so far, and it's sad to have it ruined by
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it one of the rookie drivers that got into you there, or?
It was whoever is driving the, I guess, 11, but I don't know if the paints has been effed up, so it might be the 84. I don't know.
Okay, it might have been that 84 paint job, and
All I
yeah,
know
God.
is he started coming up the track, got my left rear just a tap, which upset the car, and I went straight into the wall.
Oh man. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Cody. At least you know you're in the playoffs. You got 2 wins, lots of playoff points. Just think of that, the positive news, and you can get them. Go get them next week at Charlotte.
I'm gonna give it hell and try to get something tonight, whether or not it happens or not.
All right, my friend. We'll see you soon.
Ladies and
All right.
gentlemen, the number 21 of Cody Meadows. He's going to try to get back out there and try to savage some more positions. As we're going ready to go back green flag racing, and we got Thomas Flynn on the outside of Christian Delgado. And I want to apologize now, Rhea. For some odd reason, the 47 paint scheme is just not wanting to show for me.
Okay, it's supposed to be the real American beer paint scheme, the red, white, and blue. So
Right. So Dakota saw that scheme, but for me, is for some reason it's just showing up as a pure white car.
So Trading Paints is acting up for a lot of different individuals tonight, and it's just select cars. So, it just is what it is at this point. We'll just do the best we can.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to apologize for that, as we are green flag racing once again. Delgado got a good run, and Chris Otto, he's follows suit right there with Christian Delgado, as he will take over that second spot, and they are looking to go 3-wide racing once again further on in the pack, as they start moving around on the back straightaway, breaking up all that drafting. So I actually asked Dakota earlier about the drafting here, as we have contact on the front stretch, but everybody will keep it straight. How important is drafting here at a track like Las Vegas with these cars?
So you can get a pretty good run going down the backstretch into 3 with the draft. The draft is going to be, it's not huge, but it is important to get speed and get a run. So if you can get your car in the right line, in a right groove, you can make some good passing with the draft. So, is it as prominent as somewhere like Talladega, Atlanta, Daytona, Indianapolis, and things like that? Oh, we have a spin,
Oh.
and 16's in the wall. 51 also go.
Oh, there it goes. The 99.51 around, and that will bring out our caution,
That will be staged too.
and that will be state. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like we were watching a repeat of a couple cautions ago. 2 drivers just sliding down the back straightaway side by side. Let's go back, take a look. As you saw the 16 get into the outside wall, and then for some odd reason, the 51, it looked like his wheel kind of locked to the left. I'm not exactly sure what happened there.
Yeah, some of the brand new drivers are wanting to know when their stage points will be scored. They're scared to go down pit road, and they're not sure how to handle that with the points. So
Let's go ahead and ride on
Yeah.
board here with Davey Hendricks. He must have heard that there was a car on the outside, and he just drifted down just enough. So that's unfortunately there for the 51. And yeah, so what to do? That's the main question now for these top 10 drivers. Do they come down and get stage points, or stay out to get stage points, or come down for pit road for tires? And that's seems like what they elect to do. So in this situation, when the yellow comes out for stage, how does ISNF decide who gets stage points here?
Yeah. So yeah, the stage points will be scored the last lap of green. So then right before the stage caution or before the actual wreck caution came out. So as they were running at that point, that's how they'll be staged. I mean, scored. Sorry. So
Okay.
yeah.
So they are safe to come down pit road and get tires without
Oh
that
yeah.
worry of, am I going to lose
Correct.
those points?
That's right. Yes.
I like that. NASCAR learned something from this woman. Just saying.
Well, we try. I mean, yeah. So it's we try to make it as fair as possible. It doesn't always work, and uh, but yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Couple of guys that did stay out. That number 84 of David Justin making his ISNF debut here. So he's going to get to lead a couple laps. He's got Joey Maines in that number 48 right behind him. Larry Fairman in that number 34 snuck his way back up to the front top three. Craig Alottenslager, Nick Miller in that number 99, and then everybody else that came down pit road, starting with Christian Delgado on back. So your top five stayed out this time.
Wow.
So I mean, there's only going to be just about a 6-lap difference. So the top five, they all last pitted on lap 74, and everybody else came down on lap 80. So it's not a big difference in laps. However, it is a big difference with tire wear at this racetrack.
Yeah. Well, I found the other debutante for tonight, and that's David Anderson in the 67. He's running P16, I believe. So we have one leading the race and one in P16, both named David. So if that's not confusing, I don't know what is. But as of right now, the 84 with that really nice Southwestern Carvana paint scheme on it is your car up front, and we'll have the top spot here next to Joey Maines on the outside there. Last season's winner, Larry Fairman, will start third, and Craig Lautenslager out of New Zealand will start in P4.
Absolutely, Lautenslager doing a phenomenal job here at Las Vegas as we are going back green flag racing. They have a checkup in both lanes this time, but Justin not able to clear Maines until they get pretty much down into turn number 1, as they will now run single file for the top first two, but then they will run in a 5 dice formation through 1 and 2. That was actually pretty cool to see.
Oh yeah.
99 gets a little shove to the outside, but he'll take advantage of that and try to get around the 77 as
Oh, as the 99
sideways.
gets, the 88 got thrown into the middle of the, and
Hold it.
88
Hold
goes
it, baby.
for a lawnmower ride, a hay bale field here, a hay ride in the middle of fall for the 88, but I think we keep it green here.
Yeah, we will.
So that's good.
Let's go back, take a look at the ride that Jeff just took. We're going to ride on board with him as they mumble up in front of him. He just gets turned, and he goes for a wild ride down here through the infield, and he is able to keep it straight. That was very incredible out of Jeff Percheski in that number 88.
Yeah, that was a wild ride for Jeff for sure, but I think, let's see, Danny Solo was able to get his laps back. He's now back on the lead lap. His connection is back good and strong now, and he finds himself in P11 fighting for P10 here in the later laps of Las Vegas. Two-time winner.
The 84 gets turned by the 48, and we have huge trouble back here.
Yeah, huge trouble.
Christian Delgado able to avoid contact. The 47 involved. The 9 is involved. Many cars watching out. The 42 gets another hard hit. big mayhem. Oh, Alyssa Sharp involved in this one as well. A lot of things just happened all at once on the exit or in the middle of 1 and 2, and it just made its way all the way down the back straightaway. So let's go back and take a look. Let's see here.
So yeah, there's a lot of beef going on in the radio. I'm trying to make sense of all of it. So far it's nonsense. It sounds to me like the 84 wasn't holding his brakes or something, but it got plowed by other cars. I don't know. I don't know exactly what all went down. See if you can make any sense of it there, Mike.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and go back, see what happened. As it all started, as they went down into turn number 1. Let's go ahead and switch it back here. So the 84 got turned by the 48, came down in front of Delgado, oh no, that was the 6 of Otto who got taken out with him, and then everything else just went to poopers behind them. That is the best word for me to use. Just coming out of the corner, you know, a lot of guys have nowhere to go. Alyssa Sharp involved here as well. She was a tad late to the party, but she got rear-ended by somebody. And that's why Alyssa got involved. Another hard hit there by for the number 42. And so who was that? In 1 second. I'm going to do what I don't like to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's come all the way back. Alright.
So we'll talk to the 17 of Alyssa Sharp here. She was involved in that. Walk us through what happened to you. How's your car and what could have been avoided there?
Well, brand's destroyed. Simple thing is 78 saw the wreck, just didn't slow down, and I just got absolutely smashed from the rear. Suspension's okay, but a lot of rear end damage.
Is your car going to be okay for the rest of the race?
Probably. Might be a bit looser, which will help in 3 and 4. Like I said, it's just aero, rear diffuser.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sorry to hear you were involved in it. Hopefully you can get that thing fixed up and get a good finish before the night's through.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Another very frustrating day here for Alyssa Sharp in the ISNF series. She's a very fast, competitive driver, and so far everything I have seen on my end, I don't know about you, but Alyssa, she just always gets caught up in somebody else's stuff.
Yes. It's pretty much, yeah.
But I absolutely love her attitude. She's like, all right, I know this happened, but let's get out there and do it all again. Steven Siren, that number 5 machine, had an issue coming back out on the track. He just lost it out of turn 2 down on the apron. Those bumps are very unforgiving, especially if you hit the gas at the wrong spot. So I thought it was Chris Otto that was involved with the 84, but that was actually the 24 car of James Bowles. Because Chris Otto, he's currently out front.
Yes. No, Chris Otto is showing. Yeah, Chris Otto's up front, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And this is my dark horse of is Chris Otto. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of a happy dance right here. But I mean, we still got 45 laps to go, and as you could tell, anything could still happen.
I actually just watched a movie over my vacation called A Person Named Otto or A Guy Named Otto or something like that. So I think that's kind of ironic that he's leading the race. In the movie, it's actually starring Tom Hanks, one of the best actors of all time, in my opinion. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, it's a phenomenal movie. A little bit of comedy, a couple of chuckles here and there, some drama. Yeah, good flick though, nonetheless. And it's I actually took a picture. I took a screenshot of it and sent it over to Chris Otto during the week, and he said that he heard it's a good movie. He hadn't seen it yet though. But anyway, back to the race. The 12's got a little bit of front end damage. I don't know if that's going to be enough to hinder the performance of that car. But we will see. I know he had a race winning speed there earlier before he got caught up in that. But we are back to green here at the Sin City here, lap 90, as we have about 44 laps to go we see the checkered flag fly on this one.
Absolutely, and Otto gets out to a really good strong run as they decide to run 3 wide for that second spot. Last year's winner, Larry Fairman, he's up there now, up in that second spot, trying to reclaim the victory here at Las Vegas once again. But here comes that number 99 machine of Nick Miller to his outside. He wants to
Oh,
get...
the 41 gets sideways off the bumper. 41 goes for a ride in the center infield here.
Tony Fry gets sideways out of turn number 4. Went for a wild ride. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened. As you see here that they are running 3 wide. And coming out of turn number 4, he just gets that arrow loose that we were talking about. He spins around on the in the grass, and Kyle Benson joins him, just trying to avoid the calamity. No harm, no foul to any of these drivers.
That's good.
But that will make it that we have to line it up and do it again. And talking about that Tom Hanks movies, what would you say is Tom Hanks' best movie?
Tom Hanks' best movie, I would say, is Castaway.
That's a good one.
It's not my favorite Tom Hanks movie, but it's his best performance, I would say. What about you?
See, that's where it gets really, really tough. Because I absolutely love Tom Hanks. He's absolutely phenomenal. And, you know, a lot of people will jump immediately straight to, like, Forrest Gump. You know, even though that's a classic, it's a good one.
It really is,
But
yeah.
for me, personally, if I had to absolutely choose, I think my favorite performance with him, I have to say Apollo 13.
That's a good one, too. Yeah, that is a very good one. So, yeah, I hadn't thought of that one.
Walt is up there as well.
Okay.
But one movie I still is yet to see that I'm really mad at myself is the one where he is the pilot for that plane that had to do a water landing in the Hudson, I think it was.
Oh, yes.
I'm still to see that one.
Oh, that is a really, really good one. And then there's one too where he is a captain of a container ship, and he gets the boat gets pirated or something, and I forget, it's Captain Douglas or something. I forget
like
the name
that,
of the movie. Yeah, it's a good one too. So. But anyway, they're going to be going back to green here momentarily, as Chris Otto will have the button in that number 6 car.
Absolutely. just a real quick, I want to throw out a couple things that were said out here in chat. On 1.5 mile tracks, it is now going to be called Automatica. I absolutely love that from Double Charger. Michael Iskandar, hello, how are you?
Yep, Mike
And
Iskandar's on vacation up in Wisconsin this week.
heck yeah. You enjoy your time up there, buddy. We do miss you out here on the track, so can't wait to see you next week. In the World 600, as we're getting ready to go back green flag racing right here at Las Vegas. And it's going to be in the hands of Chris Otto once again, as they're in the Echo Park restart zone, and they wait till the last second to go green flag. And Nick Miller will just push his way with Chris Otto. But the 34 Larry Fairman, he had a horrible start that time, and he was getting pushed all the way down the front stretch.
Oh, the 77 got wrecked.
Lon Slogger just got turned up into the outside wall, but he will keep it straight, and we will stay green flag racing as we come back up here towards the front. Will Austin, he was in there pushing the 34 of Larry Fairman on the front straightaway because Fairman, he just wasn't going, and Austin was like, hey, out of my way, as the two gets super loose, and he will go around, and that
The
will
one
bring...
also spins
Ooh.
too. The one car of Will Austin comes to a rest on the apron of the backstretch. Not sure what that incident was all about, or if it was a reaction to the two spinning.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened to Gonzalez, as something like that is not really, you know, in the ordinary for Gonzalez here. No, that's definitely not Gonzalez here. Give me just 1 second. Let me break my rules once again. All right, so it looks like the two just got sideways, and then the one got pitted by the 41, Tony Fry, as the one was checking up, and then he just got turned by the 41. So unfortunately, it was one of those moments that he didn't let up quick enough, and he got and he spun out the one of Will Austin. So Will Austin, he will fall all the way back to that 19th position. So now he's looking at a very hard hard battle now to work his way back towards the front, as we have Chris Otto, Nick Miller, David Anderson, Larry Fairman. A lot of these drivers come down pit road for fresh Goodyear tires.
There's a significant amount of damage on the 77. He's gonna pull in and scope that out, see what kind of damage he's got. Hopefully some of it's repairable. Because he got turned into the wall on that restart. I'm not sure by whom, but he's gonna try and work through that. I'm gonna see if I can bring someone else up here to have a conversation with. We'll see. Driver of the number 2 Penske Ford, driven by Mark Gonzalez. So you were involved in that last incident. Car got loose on you. What kind of damage are you seeing on that 2 car?
It's on the damage. It's saying we have too much, so it looks like our day is done. I just lost it in the middle. I feel like the air from the one on my back end and also the bump, just I couldn't get the rear grip anymore, and I tried to save it, but the one wasn't gonna let that happen. So that's gonna end my day at least.
Oh man, you had such a good run going. You were running inside the top 5 all race long. One of my picks to win, possibly win this race. What a way to go out, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. But you did get some good stage points, I hope.
Yeah, I got a 4th place in that second stage of 4th place, and so we'll go home with a couple of points, bonus points there. And I just want to thank my Keystone Light team for staying out there and giving me those good pit stops.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you being part of the league too. You know, hopefully the Coke 600 next week will be a little bit better to you.
Yes, I hope so.
Okay.
Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the two of Mark Gonzalez, a very unfortunate ending to his race here in the Sin City 200. But he looks forward to joining us again next week when we race that World 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So that's going to be a very fun, long race for these drivers. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens next week. But first, we got to finish out here at Las Vegas. As we go green flag, we'll have 35 laps remaining to crown the Sin City champion. Tony Fry in that number 41. He will bring us to the green flag with Danny Solo in that number 10 on the outside. He's making some noise up here now in the top 5. And let's see what happens. And we are green flag racing. An incredible start by Tony Fry. And Danny Solo, he will hold it tough on the outside. But here comes Jeff Percheski in that number 88 machine, making his 6th start here today at Las Vegas. And he's looking to try now to take that top spot. But first, he's got to clear one of the hardest driving members in ISNF of Danny Solo. But Danny Solo, he will clear him out of turn 4. And he will hold on tight to that second spot as Percheski, he will now have to defend hard against Kyle Benson in that number 33. Benson in that 33, he had issues early on in this race, but here he is now, and we have trouble. The 48 is around of Joey Maines, and we have one other driver going with him. It looks like it's going to be Michael Hoffledason in that number 16 machine as well.
And Joey Maines.
Yep,
Yeah.
and Joey Maines in the 48. Let's go back, take a look, see what happened. The 48 bounced off the wall down into the side of the 16. Other than that, it looks like both drivers are just going to have a couple scratches on their cars, but they will hold it down and not hit any drivers. So that is going to be very good driving on both of them here.
And I was corrected. It's not the Coke 600 next week. It's Talladega. So we are at a regular time next week. It is Talladega next week, and then I guess it's the full length 600.
Well, you see, that's what happens when you start moving. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So that's I mean, I was just corrected by Alyssa Sharp. So I need to. I'm going to go on Sim Racer Hub right now and see what she's seeing, because, and I should know this, but yeah, because I thought NASCAR was going to Martinsville next week, but they're not. Okay, so they're going to Talladega, yeah, and then instead of Martinsville, we're racing our Coke 600, our World 600, if you will, in place of that. So, yeah, it'll be Dega, and I will be racing that for sure. So, yeah.
You'll be racing Dega?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That way I can get wrecked out and flipped over and sent to the moon and back and everything else. Yeah. I do have one career win at Talladega in the NASCAR or in the ISNF Xfinity Series.
That's
So.
awesome.
Even though there's no skill at super speedways, but yeah.
Things are about to get interesting here at Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Come down to 30 to go when we go back green flag racing.
Indeed, and we have the number 38 car in the booth with us here. driver Chris Van Maastricht out of Michigan. Now, we were just talking about next week being Talladega, and then the following week being the Coke 600. But next week being Talladega, I said I told Mike here that I'm gonna be in the race because I have fun in that race, and that there's no skill at super speedways, so I have actually a shot at winning.
Well, as we've had many discussions on this, I do believe there is skill at super speedway racing. There is luck involved too. I've always said that, but there is skill to a point, especially depending who's in the race. Some people don't have skill.
Would you say there's more luck than skill, or?
It depends on the field. In iRacing, you can lean a little more towards the luck. In real life, I think you can add a little more skill to it.
So, speaking of either one, do you have luck or skill for a possible W here at Las Vegas tonight?
Well, I have 2 extra sets of tires in the pits, so I'm banking on that last set. And the tires lose a lot after 1 lap.
Yes. Okay. Well, go get him, Chris, and good luck to Larry as well. I know he's got a good run going for him.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
It's going to be very interesting as the pace car is off here once again. Tony Fry will bring them to the green flag. He had an incredible start last time, and he does the same exact thing this time. Danny Solo, he will clear for the inside of Jeff Percheski. As Percheski, he will hang tight on the inside of that number 88 machine, and they will themselves sorted out for the top 3. But here comes Nick Miller and that number 99 running strong on the outside now, Percheski, and they will drive down into 3 and 4, and we will see who has that better run on the exit of 4. And they're actually just about evenly matched there as they will run side by side across the start finish line as they head down into turn 1 now once again, as we have Kyle Benson in that number 33 machine a little further back.
One just got loose, got slapped into the wall. I think he got loose on his own. We stay green here at Las Vegas.
Will Austin in that number 1 machine. His day just went from bad to worse as he will drop all the way back to that 19th spot with a little bit more damage than he did have. Very big time heartbreak for Will Austin in that number 1 machine, making his ISNF series debut, as he's going to now start to work his way to go 3 wide all the way back here for that 16th spot. He says, I don't care what spot it is, we're still going to run 3 wide.
Yeah. And we have about what, 28 laps?
27.
Yeah.
Yep, 27 to go this time by, and we have a strong race here for your race lead. Tony Fry in that number 47 is being hounded by Nick Miller and Danny Solo, and they are just trying to make things work back here as you continue to see the different drive lines here in turns 3 and 4, and this time Danny Solo had somewhat of a better run, but he was not able to get fully on the inside of Nick Miller, and so he will just still continue to ride behind the top 2. It is just absolutely fascinating watching these drivers run different lines and yet still have somewhat the same speed coming out.
Yeah, as they get a run down the backstretch, they're able to put that car pretty much anywhere they want going into 3 and 4, as they are 3 abreast here. The 60, the 16, and the 5. The 5 goes high, gets up into the wall to try to make room for those 2 lower cars. And sometimes that 3 wide does not work out if somebody bobbles.
Absolutely, as that is going on in the back, we have a lead change. Nick Miller in the number 99, he will take over that top spot. Danny Solo, he's going to take over that 2nd spot from Tony Fry. And here comes Christian Delgado in that number 12 machine. He's going to start sneaking his way back up towards the front here as well.
Yeah, that 12 machine has been fast all night long. It looks like he did get some of that aero damage fixed on one of those last cautions, as the 12 machine now back up battling for P3 here past Tony Fry in the 41. The 88 wants to come along with him. Jeff Perchatsky here running part-time as a sub in for Zach Phillips Sr. tonight with a really good run in that new paint scheme in the 88 Jockey Chevrolet.
So I ain't gonna lie, I absolutely love that number 88 paint scheme there, as he continues to run side by side with Fry in the 41, who gets up into the wall once again, and he's now going to take it 3 wide here down in turn number 3. He's going to let out, and he's just going to go ahead and say, yeah, let's go ahead and back out, and I'll take 7th for now, as he will attack to back to the inside 3 wide, 2 wide now as they cross the start finish line. And he will take over that 6th spot here as they dive down here into turn number 1.
Nick Miller leading the way here, and yeah, Danny Solo is going to try to make it 3 wins here at this track. And Christian Delgado still looking for his career number 1 win for himself and Team Penske. So hopefully the number 12 can get up there and challenge for P1 here before it's all said and done. Tony Fry still looking for his first career win as well. Kyle Benson, one of my favorites to win this race, he's looking really strong late here in the race in P5. So some pretty good solid runners up here, as some heavy hitters did get taken out early, those being Davey Hendricks, Justin L. Johnson, and Mark Gonzalez, just to name a few, as we are winding down here at Las Vegas with 20 laps to go. We're going to wait and see whose night it's going to be, and who is Lady Luck going to be blessing tonight here at Sin City.
Absolutely, as we have a strong battle up here for that 2nd spot between Danny Solo and Christian Delgado. They were just running side by side there for just a quick moment, but they were able to sort themselves out with Danny Solo continuing to dominate in that 2nd spot. Everybody, it seems like they are currently abiding their time, running single file for the time being, as nobody's really trying to make any moves as of yet. And we will have 18 laps to go this time by.
Now, Nick Miller, I want to say he does have a 1 career win in ISNF. What is his stat showing?
0 wins for Nick Miller, so it's possible that Nick Miller, he is looking for his first win here in ISNF as well. So there's really only one person that has a 4 career wins in the top 3, and that's Danny Solo in that number 10. So we may have our first time winner here in ISNF here today at Las Vegas.
Yeah, we very well might. So that will be exciting in itself, and we'll have a driver clinch the playoffs perhaps here, and kind of see how it all works out.
Yeah, absolutely. As these drivers continue to run single file, back until you get to right about Tony Fry, Kyle Benson, these guys, they're running side by side back here for this 5th spot, and Jeff Percheski he's trying to make his way back into the top 5, but he had a horrible exit that time, and so Fry is able to pull away just a little bit here. Benson pulled away just a tad, as they continue to run single file here now on the back straightaway.
67 of David Anderson in his very first Cup Series race in ISNF, running in P7, started 27 positions behind that. Was such a remarkable first race here. So, hats off to him, as he is definitely making a good, impressive showing here at Las Vegas. So, be interesting to see how that man is able to wheel a race car going forward in the league. As Gabe Ledger, another brand new driver, he's running in P10, subbing in the 71 for Chris Bishop tonight. So, a couple of good drivers there that.
Yeah, Gabe Ledger in that number 71, absolutely. You know, holding his own here in the top 10. This has been a really strong run for a lot of these people, or these first-time drivers here in ISNF, but somebody I want to give a quick shout-out to is Alyssa Sharp. Alyssa Sharp's worked her way back into the top 10. She's currently running ninth in that number 17 for RFK. So I'm very happy with the way she was able to bounce back here today at Las Vegas.
Yeah, Alyssa Sharp definitely rebounding from the last time we spoke with her. I know she was just getting into some damage there, and she was a lap down at one point, got her lap back, and now she's in position to have a pretty solid points night here as the laps wind down. That's good for her because she does need points tonight. She's had a couple of rough races here in the recent past, so good to see her rebound. Cody Meadows is back out there in the 21 machine. He is currently in 25th. He's trying to salvage what he can of the night, and that was another car that we had circled as a possibility to go back to back here out of the Roval and into Las Vegas with another W, but unfortunately got taken out in one of those incidents mid-race and ended his night. But good to see him out there at least trying to salvage what he can for points and you know, get some more wheel time in, and you know, hopefully he can grab a gear and go get him at Talladega next week. So
Yeah, absolutely. Talladega is, as you pointed out, it's a wild card race for sure. Any driver can win it, as we are getting ready to go 3 wide here for that 4th spot. Currently, Kyle Benson in the number 33 has it, but Jeff Percheski and Tony Fry in the 41, they both won it. And here comes the 88 on the inside of Benson now, trying to take over that spot as they come out of turn 4. They will go ahead and drag race down the front straightaway here. This Sharp has moved up to that 8th spot. Tony Fry is he's come down pit road now in his number 41 machine. Yeah, so it looks like Tony Fry, he's going to go ahead and come down, get service on his machine here in the closing laps of this race. Now my question is, how much will fuel come into play, seeing how some of these drivers pitted back on lap 92?
yeah, so I'm gonna say, because you can only go about 37 or 38 laps. 38 is probably the most you can go. So I'm gonna say they're in some trouble.
Absolutely.
Nick Miller could probably make it. Actually, he will make it.
Yeah, because he pitted
yeah.
last lap 97.
As a 20, it looked like he just got up into the wall there a little bit. Yeah, it looks like maybe cars 12, 10, 88, and 33 are going to be in some tough situations here.
Absolutely. So we're about to find out what can happen as we have 6 laps to go now here for your race leader of Nick Miller out of Lee Valley, Pennsylvania. This is his 8th start in that number 99 machine, and he is looking to come home with his first career win here in ISNF. And it's about.
And if anybody can really challenge him on fuel, it would be November 16 of Michael Haflidason. He pitted on lap 102, and if he took tires as well, look for him to be very competitive there toward the end. He may be able to, I don't know, at least get P2 out of the deal.
Oh, absolutely. As we're watching here, Nick Miller continue to wind down these positions. Dylan Smith in number, I'm sorry, not Dylan Smith. Somebody was just coming down pit road. Oh yeah, it was Dylan Smith. He's coming down pit road once again. Alright, 3 laps to go this time by for Nick Miller as he's working his way around the 77 of Craig Lautenslager, who fell back all the way to that 18th spot after getting caught up in some racing incidents. And 3 laps to go. This is going to be absolutely huge here for Nick Miller as he has put another second gap to Christian Delgado in that second position. So
Because Delgado's probably laying off the throttle to try to coast it in, and he's playing fuel mileage. He may even be running out. I mean, it's got to be super close for those guys.
absolutely, and Michael Hoffledation now has moved himself up into that top spot. 2 laps to go this time by for your race leader Nick Miller. As we continue to watch, see if anybody's going to start sputtering out of turn 4 on the final lap. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen here as Nick Miller will come out of turn number 4 and see the white flag this time by. 1 more lap for Nick Miller in that number 99 Trackhouse Chevrolet. He's just got to keep it nice and clean here for 1.5 miles as we are continuing to watch some drivers here. I'm just waiting to watch those gaps just completely start to fall off. But so far, everybody is staying at a decent space here. And out of turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen, the driver, the number 99 Trackhouse Racing, Nick Miller will be your race winner here at Las Vegas in the Sin City 200. Christian Delgado will go ahead and bring it home second. Danny Solo, very strong finish, will bring it home third. Jeff Percheski in that number 88 machine, very strong run for him, will bring it home fourth. Michael Hoffledason, he will sneak it up and to that 5th spot. What an incredible turn here for a lot of these drivers. It looks like the 10 car is going to be out of fuel. The 16's out of fuel. Let's see if Nick Miller has what it takes to get some burnouts down here in the infield, which he's doing that right now.
Yeah, so good win for number 99, Nick Miller, and his first ISNF career win in the Cup Series, and welcome to the playoffs, Nick Miller. Delgado still chomping at the bit for that first win, and he will get it someday soon. He has been getting podium after podium this season, and I think it's just going to be a matter of time. 12 car will be in victory lane as well. But meanwhile, here at Las Vegas, Nick Miller was able to capitalize on a couple variables, some heavy hitters getting taken out of the race early, as well as the absence of Dylan Basin being not in the race tonight. So Justin Barkley also not here. So a couple of fast drivers, taking advantage of that opportunity to get your first win is definitely a good thing to do. So we'll be talking to these drivers here momentarily, your top 3 finishing order, and hopefully we can find out a little bit more about what they were able to see and do to get into this top 3 here. We'll start with car number 10, a 2-time winner, almost the 3rd time. Danny Solo, colleague number 10. So you got at least the top 3 out of the deal. How close were you to your 3rd win here at Las Vegas?
I wouldn't stay very close. I struggled passing the 41 there on the last run, and once Nick got past me, I knew it was over because he had slightly newer tires and he was just doing better than me. So I was basically just trying to hold on for the second there, and then for the 3rd position.
So how was fuel conservation there toward the end? Because a lot of you guys had pitted on lap 92, and obviously to go all the way to lap 134. Was that a hard stretch of fuel management?
I think I pitted a couple of laps later than the others. I was mostly just hard saving under caution and hoping we would have like one or two more, which we did. So once we went green there in the end, I didn't have to think about fuel at all. Maybe for a very late green white checkered. Other than
Gotcha.
that, then absolutely no fuel issues.
Right. So there were some beats and stuff going on the track. I heard through the race chatter and stuff. I mean, what was the biggest complaint of the night? Just people like door slamming each other for no reason, or just not enough people give and take, or what was it out there?
I don't know. I didn't see much of it. I was a lot of the time at the start of the race. I was struggling with some tech issues, so I went like 2 laps down, and I was just not looking. I didn't see much. I was barely listening to people. There's a lot of whining going on always, but
Yeah, there was a lot of
also all
yeah.
the dirty air and stuff. The cars get very tight, so I assume it's part of that as well.
Well, that was a good rebound because you went from 2 laps down running what like P33 or something there for a little bit to P3. So that was pretty crazy. Very good recovery there, good point stay. You probably didn't get any stage points because of all the technical difficulties, but at least you were able to get the big cherry there. So
Yeah, no stage points, but getting back up to top three I'm happy with that. I didn't
yeah,
really expect much coming in, especially with the issues. Like
right.
I was just holding on, hoping to get the lucky dogs, and once I got the lucky dogs, then I'm like, yep, time to actually learn how to race this track because I haven't raced
Right.
in one yet.
I love this track, and I thought so sucks I got wrecked out by the sun. I was loving this track, but before yeah, we're going to be running a little bit short on time, but I just want to before I let you go, any shout outs you want to give?
No, I'm good.
Okay, my friend. We'll see you later. All right.
Ladies-
Driver of the number 10, Danny Solo. Yep.
Let's go ahead and get second place, Christian Delgado, in that number 12. Christian, what an incredible finish for you here today, running second. We know that you had a little bit of issues with another driver early on, but to come back home second, that's a pretty good day for you here.
Yeah, Mike, it was good. I mean, once again, one spot short. I swear, like when I signed the contract, the racer nice enough. I think someone put a curse on me that I'm not allowed to win or something. I don't know. I just, I think it's like my fourth or fifth, second place. I mean, and it's good to be here and be competitive, but definitely would have liked to have ran down Nick there for the win. But yeah, I mean, I felt like we unloaded with a lot of speed. I did two ISNF, I did two NISs today to kind of get ready for tonight. I felt like really prepared, a lot more prepared than I'm usually. And yeah, I mean, we had a lot of fast cars that got taken out, which really helped me get to the front there, but I still felt like we were top 5 car even with all the good guys in there. But yeah, like, I mean, we already talked about the scuffle between me and the 51. I don't know really what I could have done differently there. I had my nose in there, and looks like he got loose on his own and wrecked. And luckily I got out of there with not a lot of damage. But we got a bunch of cautions there. In the stage 2, I was able to go down and get my damage fixed, drive back up to the field, win stage 2. I think that's my first stage win of the season. So, but yeah, super happy with the Penske guys. Obviously, Cody and Mark and Justin really got taken out early. So I'm glad that I could be kind of the one for once be the lead Penske car here at Vegas. But yeah,
Okay.
super
Okay.
happy with the performance tonight.
Yeah. Well, before we let you go, Christian, any shout outs you want to give? I know you got some people out there you like to give credit to, so I'll let you get all those in there before we let you go celebrate your P2.
Yeah, obviously give a huge shout out to you, Rhea, being my team owner, letting me race your car. Obviously, this was yours before it was mine, so
Well,
appreciate
my pleasure,
you.
man.
Giving
You have
me
a
the
better shot at getting it in victory lane than I do, unless it's at a super speedway. So
Yeah. Well, still, I appreciate the opportunities. Obviously, got to give a huge shout out to my Team Penske teammates Cody, Justin, and Mark are really good group of guys, really fast group of guys. So I think this is one of our stronger groups we've had here at Team Penske.
I agree.
So
Yeah.
unfortunately, didn't have the best race for any of those guys, but have a blast racing with those guys. You know, just chit chatting back and forth, just you know, passing notes around and stuff. Good group of guys, but also have to give a huge shout out to the Bean team and everybody over there. Jeff, Carter, Matthew, Jackson, Zach, everybody over there involved. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this for as long as I have without them and their support and everything else. Shout out to everybody over at FFC and Tin Can Racing and everybody in McLeod and everybody in John's server and everybody else. I mean, made a lot of friends along the way. But lastly, got to give a huge shout out to, my broadcasting network, Velocity TV. If you guys are looking for a broadcast outside of, Mike and everybody over here at ICRN, who does a fantastic job, well, we're always looking for some opportunities, but obviously got to give a huge shout out to all the guys who helped me with that as well, because they worked their butt off, and so do I, to get us where we're going. Obviously, the broadcasting that has gotten me to be able to go to Talladega next week to the race, and I'm super excited to meet some people over there. So probably not gonna be able to make next week for the Coke 600. It sucks because I love Charlotte here in the next gen, but
It's actually gonna be. We're actually gonna be at Dega. We're gonna be at Dega.
okay,
It's
well,
Yeah.
that's a relief because I really would like to show up and do Charlotte. So I
Yeah.
guess Dega, it's a super speedway. I could get wrecked in the first lap, and
Yeah.
so I guess it's not the worst
Yeah.
race to miss. I'm gonna still try to do it. There is a slim chance that I could make something happen, but
Right. Yeah.
well, we'll see. But yeah, give a huge shout out to everybody who's supporting me over, and also give a huge shout out to everybody over at twitch.tv /
Awesome.
Christian Boss 13. I mean, they've been here day one. They were here when I started doing ISNF 5 seasons ago, and they've stuck around and continued to support me with that. But obviously, I also have to give a huge shout out to you, Mike, and you, Rhea, for putting on the broadcast. We definitely couldn't be doing it without you, and I definitely think having a broadcast really is a great initiative for the league to get new drivers and talented drivers to come out here and put a good show on. But definitely couldn't do without you guys over there at ICRN.
Appreciate it, Christian. Good evening to you, and go celebrate, and we'll hopefully see you in victory lane here before the season's through.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do, Rhea.
All right, man. See ya.
Yep, have a good one.
I love how he snuck in his broadcast company there. I loved it.
Yeah, I saw that. I heard that.
Look, I will
But-
look. You show me love, I'll show you love. I don't care, because at the end of the day, we're all here enjoying some good racing. So I don't mind supporting other broadcast companies as well.
Yeah, and to support, to give the biggest support here. How about our first time winner in the ISNF Cup Series, Mr. Nick Miller, driving the number 99 machine all the way up to P1 here at Las Vegas. Welcome to the playoffs, my friend.
Yeah, it's about time finally get a race with no Dylan Basin.
yeah, definitely going to capitalize on his absence. You did well. Cody Meadows has been doing that lately too. So, good job to get the 99 up there for a win and locked in the playoffs. As long as you have enough starts, you can't just stop racing. You do need to at least make some starting parks and things like that, to get credit for races, so you keep your percentage of starts up. But congratulations on that win, and how's it feel, and what was the trek like to get up there?
It was definitely a pain. The wind plus the setup, it was making it very tight in 1 and 2, and not really loose in 3 and 4, but you could actually turn in 3 and 4. And normally at this track it's the opposite. Usually 1 and 2 is your good turn, and 3 and 4 is your tight turn.
Yeah.
So it made passing a lot harder. First half of the race was just non-existent for me. We just kind of took a rain check on the first half of the race, and then after stage 2, we locked back in and started making a movement towards the front.
Yeah, the wind, I forgot about that. The wind was definitely a factor. It was between 12 and 14 miles an hour, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I saw like 17 or 18 at one point.
Oh my gosh, okay. So some gusts up there. So yeah, I forgot about how windy it is, and we do realistic weather as best as we possibly can here in the ISNF Cup Series. So we try to match it as close as possible. So I guess that makes sense now based on what people were telling me in our team chat about the INS or NIS racing versus the ISNF racing, because the NIS was racing a little bit different in the different corner. So with the wind and being different patterns and speeds, that would make a lot of sense there. Yeah. But any shout outs you want to give before you go celebrate your P1?
Not too many. I guess Trackhouse. I guess that's the team I'm on, so might as well shout them out. Shout out Trackhouse and the AI Ross and the AI SVG and all those guys. And shout out Mike for broadcasting as always.
For sure, for sure. So, anything you want to say, Mike, before we let Nick go?
Nah, Nick, you know, this is just, it's been a very long time coming for you, and that number 99 Trackhouse machine. You know, every single week, you seem to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And I was actually talking to Dakota LaRue, who joins us up here in the booth sometimes. I'm like, sooner or later, Nick Miller is going to get that win. And he knew it too. He's like, you watch, by Talladega, Nick is going to win. He didn't know where, but he knew you were going to win at some point. So, huge congratulations out to you, Nick. And yeah, welcome to the playoffs, buddy.
Yep, thank you.
All right, good. Nick, we'll let you go, and we'll see you next week at Talladega.
Yeah, we'll try to be there.
All right, my friend. See ya. All right, so good race. A little bit more caution heavy than I wanted it to be, but I think all in all, decent race, some pretty good green flag racing, especially there toward the end. I think we can still do better as a whole. I think the arguing needs to come to a halt too. I think there's going to be some more chat bans going into next week and some more penalties on the horizon for the review team to take a look at. But what do you say we go ahead and go through this finishing order and put a happy red bow on Las Vegas and call it a night?
That sounds absolutely phenomenal to me. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Miller in that number 99 machine. He will come home first with a strong run by Christian Delgado in that number 12 machine. Danny Solo in that number 10. Very, very strong points day for him. Jeff Percheski, he doesn't really run often, but he snuck his way up there in that number 4 spot. Michael Hoffledinger in that number 16 snuck his way into the top 5 near the end. Kyle Benson in that number 33 machine. He came back and he hit hard to get to a top 6. David Anderson in that number 67 machine with his debut run here in the ISNF series come home 7th. And your heaviest hitter of the day, I normally don't do this, but Alyssa Sharp came back swinging after that late incident all the way back to that 8th spot. Very happy for Alyssa. My man Chris Otto, he fell back to that 9th spot after having a good strong run. And Gabe Ledger subbing in that number 71 machine. He brings it home to the top 10. Rhea, you want to take it from there?
Yeah, Steven Sear with a good finish with his return back to ISNF full-time racing after his hiatus after buying a house. P11, pretty good solid run for him. Joey Maines, thought he might have had something there for the guys mid-race. Maybe was going to be a threat toward the end, but he ended up P12. Will Austin subbing in the 1 car for Mike Iskandar. He comes home 13th. Chris Van Maastricht, we spoke with him during the race. He got a P14 finish out of the deal. Didn't get to use his fresh tires that he had saved in the bank for a possible late race caution. So what coulda, shoulda, woulda been for him. And Thomas Flynn in P15. He come in the 47 car. Matt Sisler in for Dylan Basin, brings it home 16th. Larry Fairman, last season's winner, finishes 17th tonight. Craig Lautenslager with some bad luck there mid-race as well, got charged into the wall. 18th for him. Tony Fry, 19th. He was strong late in the race. I'm not sure what happened there to get him all the way back into P19. But anyway, Bob Wyckoff with quite a few incidents tonight. Unfortunate for him. Brings it on P20. Dylan Smith and one of his first showings here in ISNF in the 78 car brings it home 21st. Jeff Weimer, 22nd. John Hopley finishes where he started, P23 all night long. Josh Henderson with his return back to ISNF out of New Zealand. He'll finish 24th tonight. Cody Meadows had a strong run and wasn't able to finish this one on the lead lap because of some carnage that he got caught up into mid-race. Mark Gonzalez, same situation for him. Brings it home 26th. David Justin, his first race ever with ISNF, brings it home 27th. James Bowles, 28th. Davey Hendricks, 29th. Ethan Farless, 30th. Justin L. Johnson with a night he would just as soon forget. He brings it home 31st. Matt Metler, 32nd. Yours truly, Rhea Ferris, got wrecked out early. P33. Eric Jorgensen, 34th. Andrew Miller, who was under the weather, so I didn't expect him to light the world on fire tonight. We wish him well. P35 for him. Brian Treadwell, 36th. And Philip Manzo, our hometown hero, who was brokenhearted on lap 1, was wanting to put on a good show. He had been looking forward to this race all week long. He wrote to me, and I feel so bad for Philip Manzo coming back and finishing dead last at his home track. That is such a heartbreak, and I really hope the best for him next week at Talladega, where you and Dakota will be. I will be piloting a car, not sure which one. I will be there though, and I will hop in and out of the booth as much as possible. I'm excited for that one. I know you are too. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that hit that like and subscribe button. It supports the channel and it supports the league. We appreciate you watching tonight. Any last words for your viewers there, Mike?
Yeah, I just want to, congratulate once again Nick Miller for a very strong finish and getting his first win here. And we look forward to seeing everybody next week at Talladega. You know how that racing goes at Talladega. Everything is always going to be on the up and up. And we look forward to seeing everybody next week. On behalf of myself, on behalf of Dakota LaRue, and the one and only Rhea Ferris, we want to thank everybody so much for joining us here at Las Vegas here on the iCast Racing Network, powered by iRacing. And we would like to thank SDK Gaming for their amazing, beautiful overlays that they provide us each and every week. And as always, Sim Racer Hub. Check them out for all of your sim racing statistic needs. And ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us today here at Las Vegas. And we will see everybody next week right here on the iCast Racing Network, live from Talladega. Happy time zones, everybody. See you next week.
This has been a production of the iCast Network, powered by iRacing. Thank you for your continued support. Don't forget to like and subscribe for notifications for all of our live events right here on YouTube and Twitch. We would like to thank SDK Gaming for their production overlays that makes this event enjoyable. Until next time, happy time zones.
If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I need the wind, baby, leave my key Lord.